11 years ago, when I was serving as a member of the board for the Religious Coalition, we had this agenda item that appeared for 3 or 4 months in a row, and that was a request from the CAS employees of the Frederick County Public School System, that is the Community Agency Social Service Workers, the social workers who work with families in the schools. And the request was for a coordinator to work with them for the Frederick City school supply distribution. And this item kept coming up and up and up, and I finally said, okay, how hard can it be to help distribute school supplies to several hundred children and youth and their families? And so what volunteerism means to me is that we are able to put our skills and our energy and our passion towards meeting a need in the community. For me, it's been a wonderful journey to have been the coordinator of this project for 11 years now. Volunteerism is important to Frederick as well as all communities because it's about relationships. It's about the ways in which we can relate to our neighbors. It's a way in which we can get to know our neighbors. And it's a way in which we can bring together energies and passions and skills to create a healthier and better community for all people. The success of the Frederick City school supply drive and distribution has been possible because of a variety of partners in the community. One of the fun things for me as a coordinator has been to get to know so many different people in Frederick who care about our children and youth and their families. And so from the very beginning, this has been a collaboration with nonprofits, with the business community, with the Frederick County Public Schools. I can't say enough about the social workers that I've had a chance to work so closely with for these 11 years, and the Rotary Club of Carroll Creek, the Religious Coalition, churches, and all kinds of people from the community who want to be a part of this. I got involved with the United Way's Stuff the Bus campaign because, as you know, these yellow bins are out all over the county for generous people in Frederick to place school supplies in. And then these school supplies are distributed to all the school supply drives throughout the county, and the leftovers go to the Frederick County Public Schools warehouse. Those supplies that people give to Stuff the Bus help to supplement what is needed for a large group of young people in Frederick City Public Schools. Those supplies help us to make sure that we have enough supplies so that we can meet the needs of the children so that they get off to a great start for the school year. So it's been my pleasure to work with the staff and other volunteers from the United Way as we've received thousands of school supply items that we're able then to give to children and youth in the Frederick County Public Schools. Stuff the Bus is an important program because we all want to find ways for people to give and to feel good about their giving. So we know that some people find great joy in writing a check or making a gift online, and those gifts can be used in a program like the Frederick City School Supply Drive to buy more school supplies that are needed. But we also know that there's a joy for some of us in just going to the store and buying spiral notebooks and highlighters and pencils and pens. And so what Stuff the Bus does, it gives people that opportunity to do both of those things. If they wish to give a gift online, they can do it through the United Way, they can do it through the Religious Coalition, they can do it through their local churches. But you can also have that tangible effect by putting your gift in the Stuff the Bus, and you can be sure that that school supply item is going to go to a child or a young person that will make their school year just so much better because they will have the tools that they need for a good year. It's important that we participate in this program because we're meeting the needs of families who are already working really hard to provide food, to provide clothing, to provide a place to live. And so by taking the burden of having to spend money on school supplies, we're able to give that as a gift from all of us in the community, because we believe education is so critical, not just for these families, but for our whole community and for our whole society. So if we can provide that kind of support so that a family has one less thing to worry about, I think that is a great way for us to be having an impact in Frederick and beyond. When I agreed to coordinate the Frederick City school supply drive, I really knew this was going to require a village. You can't be handing out and sharing school supplies with over 1,700 children and youth without help. And so over the years, we've had hundreds of volunteers from across the community participate in this project. One of my hopes was that as we set up tables that with school supplies just overflowing, and then the young people, the children would come through with their caregiver or with a volunteer. They would have their school list and they would be picking out the notebook they wanted or the folders that they needed and picked out the pens that they could use for school. My hope was that we were creating an atmosphere of respect so that a family would know that the community deeply cares about them. And it gave the children and youth some choices. So many things in their life they don't have a choice about. But for this moment, we could give them a choice about what kind of backpack they wanted to pick and what color backpack and what kind of school supplies they would need. And they had the support of all these volunteers who were helping at that school supply drive, give them words of encouragement to say, we believe in you, we believe in you. The other hope I had as I was engaged with this project was to help those of us in the community to understand some of the challenges that our families are going through. They're working really hard. And if we in the community can see face to face how hard these families are working and how much we want to be a part of their finding success and hope for their future, it makes all the effort that we've put into this, all the gifts of time and talent and all those gifts of money and supplies that people have given. I just think about the hundreds and hundreds of children that we have seen over the years, that we've given them a glimpse that Frederick really does care about them.